Hey everyone, it's Kathy Norris with Iridology Fusion. Thanks for following me on my Teaching Pod series about common mistakes that iridologists make. Today we're going to be talking about mistake number 4, and that's making remarks. I alluded to that earlier in Pod 3 about making remarks or assumptions based on what we see in the eye rather than asking questions. That's our job, is to ask questions, not make assumptions, not make remarks as to how we see this in relation to a diagnosis. So when we do make remarks or statements, this may be conceived by the client as a diagnosis. A lot of times we don't know what they're thinking. We don't know how they hear us. So it's best to ask questions rather than to make a remark. I've noticed on some Facebook sites and some other YouTube pages where people post pictures of their eyes and they ask the iridologist if they would evaluate those eyes or make an assessment based on what they see. And some of the remarks that I see are absolutely astounding, not in a good way. So I've bolded here so that you can read some of the ones that I've copied and pasted into this slide. One comment was pupil deformation, prolapse of the transverse colon, acid accumulation in the stomach, psychological symptoms. That's a train wreck ready to happen right there. Psychological symptoms. Another comment, heavy smoker or secondary smoke from being surrounded by smokers, all possible. That's a remark. That's a hurtful remark. Maybe the person doesn't smoke. Maybe they're not around secondary smoke. How would you know if you don't ask the question? So these remarks and these statements that people make on social media can be destructive to the one that's asking for help. Now, I do agree that social media is not always the best platform for asking for help or even replying. So if you are an iridologist, if you're certified by IFA, the best thing you should do if you are going to look at eyes on social media is to type the eye, type the constitution, the structure, and give general reference for diet. There's no reason to make any assumption or any remark other than to talk about the constitution of the eye. This is very, very safe. When you make a remark, this is challenging your reputation. This could cost you your client, and it may even down the road cost you your reputation. So my suggestion is to choose your words wisely, form your questions correctly, let the iris show you the questions to ask. Don't make any remarks because there's no reason to make a remark. So thanks again for following my little teaching pods on the YouTube page. I really appreciate it. When we get together again, we're going to be talking in pod 5 about not following through. So stick with me on the 10 common mistakes made by iridologists. I hope you're getting something out of this, and don't forget to have a great day. See you soon.